Oh, David, look at the time. I believe it's
The Chainsaw Minute!
I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out. And again, it's this Friday because there's a chapter next week as well. Isn't that fun, Jordan?
Oh, hell yeah. Once again, we're weekly.
Oh, God.
Yes. As usual, we are just consistently a weekly podcast.
Yes, except when we're not. TM.
Oh, yes. But, you know, God Fujimoto decides our schedule. Anyway, I'm Jordan. If you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, then you can find our next episode, Instant Bullet, featuring Bambi Raptor, on Monday.
That was a great time.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
And these recordings are open to everyone, so listen in and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find a link to it in the show notes and on our site. But enough about that, Jordan. What was your devil this week?
Oh, the DoorDash devil.
Oh,
David,
God.
I've been having to do DoorDash, man. This fucking gig economy.
I exclusively use DoorDash, so you're welcome.
Okay.
Why was it your devil?
It sucks. It's a fucking shitty thing. And then, like, yeah, you get, like, decent pay. I mean, semi-decent pay, but then you still have to pay for gas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just annoying and inconsistent.
That does suck.
Yeah, but David, what's your devil?
Mine was a support devil, so my PlayStation 5 is real fucked, where for some reason it won't let me upgrade my Ghost of Tsushima copy from the PS4 version to the PS5. And I worked with Sony support. I was on the phone for 2 fucking hours trying to get this sorted out. So what the problem is it's trying to charge me $30 for the upgrade, which is not right. And I talked to 3 different sales reps. This one rep kept asking me, like, oh, are you sure you're trying to play on a PS5? Like, yes.
How would you make that mistake?
And she asked if my PS5 had a disc. And I'm like, how do you think I'm putting a PS4 disc in my PS5?
Yeah.
And I was just like, and then I went to her manager, and her manager was like, okay, so this will we can do a week-long investigation to try and figure it out. And I was like, can you just I'll just pay the $30. Can you just give me like a $20 PlayStation credit then? And she's like, oh, we can probably think about that after we do this week-long investigation. I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I just hung up on her.
You know what, David? You can't see me, but I promise you I am shaking my damn head.
Yeah, so, God, I was so mad. So now I can probably never call Sony support again.
You'll be fine.
Anyway, enough about that. Jordan, give us a plot summary for...
Chapter 114, Endless Aquarium.
Chapter 114, Endless Aquarium. And thank you so much, Trey, for your awesome audio every single week.
My favorite chill-out game, Endless Aquarium. All right.
Oh, yes. The prequel to Endless Space.
Yeah. Or Endless Ocean, which is, you know, what I was talking about. Anyway, plot summary. Denji and Asa are trapped in the aquarium by the Eternity Devil. At least everyone assumes so, or Denji does at least.
Who the fuck is Denji?
I'm sorry, Dennis. At least Dennis, yeah.
Thank you. We use his Christian name on this podcast.
His Christian name. We're almost at Christmas. Put the Chainsaw Man back in Christmas. Anyway, the Santa... Yeah, whatever. When they run into the Devil Hunter Club, including their club president / student council president / Chainsaw Man, Hiruka Isuemi. And more importantly, fucking Yoshida's there. The Devil Hunter Club was patrolling the area, but Yoshida just fucking wanted to see fish today.
I actually do believe that because he has the octopus devil.
Oh, no, I do too. It's pretty great. Yeah, I just really like the idea. He was just like...
Vibing.
Just wanted to see fish. I wanted to see some octopuses, whatever. Asa remembers that Fami told her they'd be trapped there until she turns Denji into a weapon, as well as the fact that Isayumi is Chainsaw Man. After climbing up through the ceiling, everyone discovers that an infinite number of staff lounges are here, as well as an infinite number of fish in the tanks. Popcorn David.
They won't starve, except for Asa, who refuses to eat fish. Fucking mood, because fish are gross. Everyone looks at her weird, so she goes outside to deal with the social overload, where she gets into an argument with Denji, aka Dennis, who is picking up some cash on the floor. They tell each other to go to hell over and over again, so Asa goes back inside, where she reveals her cell phone. Ooh, that's a big deal in the 90s.
Oh yeah, this is the 90s. I keep forgetting. Yeah. I was like, why does she have that old-ass phone? But you're right, this is the fucking 90s.
Asa tries standing on her tippy toes to get more bars, but falls on her butt and breaks the phone in two. She must also have a Bucky model.
Oh yes.
Double President Izume tells her she's fucking useless and also sits outside the room hugging her knees and probably crying into her sleeve. She must have a future at working at Sony support.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems like Aza's big power is just kind of falling on her ass in clutch situations.
Yeah, it's crazy how that just keeps happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like her superpower, you know? She is the dropping the ball devil in reality.
She's the fall girl.
Hey, David!
You know, we are probably in the timeline where eventually Chainsaw Man will be in Fortnite.
I might start playing Fortnite.
I could see Denji and Makima as Fortnite characters.
Who?
Dennis and Marissa. Was that good? That was just off the cuff.
Michaela.
I don't know. I think Marissa. We'll let the users decide what is the 4Kids dub name of Makima.
Yeah.
Dennis is still the best one.
Dennis is perfect.
Asa is Ashley.
I was gonna say Ashley too. Pochita is Poochie, just of course. Let's see. Aki is Abe.
Power is just power.
Yeah.
Oh, we've done this bit already, but let's keep getting into it. So Jordan, though.
But it's so much fun.
I know, but so is saying, why
David,
is this chapter? Yeah?
Yes. Why was this week's chapter a 10 out of 10?
Oh, man. I really love the dynamic how Asa has zero idea Dennis is Chainsaw Man and just how Fujimoto is just fucking around with all of the characters where Denji just at any point could just very blatantly prove he's Chainsaw Man, but he just won't do it.
Yeah, it's also possible that Yoshida is here specifically because he will just jump in and prevent Denji from doing anything to show that he's Chainsaw Man. Yeah, but I mean, he could have done that or tried to or something, but Denji also isn't aware that Isayumi is pretending to be Chainsaw Man. He doesn't know that yet.
Yeah.
It also seems like Isayumi doesn't know that Denji is Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I also... Did Babe wake up a new Kobani dropped?
Yeah, there's a new Kobani. They're doing the Eternity Devil, and they have, like, the new Kobani. They have, like, a new girl who's like, I'm only here because my mom made me, and she starts crying, and her crying looks, like, identical to the panel where Kobani is crying.
Yeah, I wanted to call her Kobani, but I don't know if that takes off.
Kobani?
Yeah, because ni is 2 in Japanese. It's like how Sanji is 3, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or Tubani. I don't know. I feel like she's Kobe. That's her 4 kids' name. Kobani is Kobe. Kobe. I really liked Denji and Aza just saying go to hell to each other over and over and over again.
Apparently in the Japanese version, one is in kanji and one is in another type of Japanese, which really added to it.
Yeah. Hiragana?
Yeah, that might be it. So, which is really funny.
Yeah. I know that katakana is like, I think, more of a phonetic alphabet. I'm no fucking expert. Tucker isn't here, is he? Fuck.
He's in our hearts.
He's in our hearts. R.I.P. Tucker. Just kidding. He's still alive. But yeah, I also, I feel like Fujimoto is and has been heavily hinting at the idea that Aza is not neurotypical.
Yeah, some people have already photoshopped the, like, please be patient, I have autism hats on her, and I'm not gonna say stuff like that, but Asa definitely has some social development issues.
Yes, and as somebody who also has social development issues, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she suffers from a lot of social overload. I mean, she info dumped about fucking fish in the last chapter. And, you know, she has a lot of trouble relating to her peers, which I think that's kind of cool. Like, he's clearly not trying to make fun of her for being that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't feel mean or anything like that. She's just a girl who is not entirely neurotypical and is struggling in 90s Japan.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I also, something I noticed, and maybe this is like I'm overthinking it, but I feel like the panels were intentionally feeling very cramped, both the number of panels per page and the text bubbles taking up a lot of space, to give you this sense of being trapped and claustrophobic, because if you notice, as they get more excited and things seem to be going well, it becomes less cramped, like when he says he's Chainsaw Man, and when they find the room with the water and stuff, and when she's using the phone. And then ultimately it's ironic, because when she's at her loneliest and isolated is when she has the entire, like, page by herself with no other panels.
I really like that page where she's just, like, sitting, clutching her knees.
She's definitely going to go listen to Linkin Park.
I don't think Linkin Park's around at this point, but Nirvana is, so she might check that out.
Linkin Park? In, like, fuck, when did they start? You might be right.
It's like 96.
Linkin Park was, you're right.
I feel like
it was
Linkin
like
Park
the early 2000s was Linkin Park's heyday.
Yeah, no, they're not a 90s band, but they're close to the 90s. They're very close, but they're not quite there. But yeah, she's definitely going to listen to some kind of very sad girl music, and we have to respect that. Maybe some Alanis Morissette, maybe some, I'm blanking, probably maybe like Regina Spektor or Fiona Apple or something.
I love those image captions that sound like Fiona Apple albums.
What?
Where it's like watering my pear tree at night or something.
Yeah.
I also think it's cute. Awesome Mrs. Yoru.
Yeah, there's like a little thing where she notices that Yoru isn't there, and yeah, she's like kind of sad about it. I also really like how it's like they immediately discover, oh shit, we have infinite water and food here.
Well, not infinite food, but they have infinite water at least.
Well, but isn't the
I don't know if the fish
aquarium
regenerate. I'm not sure.
Because, like, I mean, that would make sense. I mean, it would also make sense if it wasn't, I guess, but, like, they're in a nicer, more sustainable situation than the people in, like, the first part, which might imply that they're going to be there longer. I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, it could turn out they're there for days.
Yeah, they might all go insane, and then Denji has to fight Evil Chainsaw Man.
The Evil Chainsaw Man.
Evil Chainsaw
Inside
Man.
of you are two Chainsaw Man. One is evil, one is horny. They're both idiots. Anyway, I also love how Octopus Boy, he knows that the phone won't work because of how the Infinity Devil works, and that's why he just laughs when it breaks. Because, oh man, he was having a lot of fun with the dramatic. Actually, he's the only one who really appreciates the dramatic irony of the situation, where he knows that the president is full of shit saying he's Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
He's just there to watch what happens.
First of all, this is good for him because he doesn't want anybody to know that Denji is Chainsaw Man. So it's like, yeah, sure, convince everybody that you're Chainsaw Man. Just don't let anybody know that Denji is. But also, you know, we had that scene where Yuko got murdered by somebody who at least has the shadow of Chainsaw Man. So there is still this possibility that there is this evil Chainsaw Man that he is.
Yeah, evil Chainsaw Man.
The evil Chainsaw Man.
And also, his contract lets him teleport people, so I wonder if he could just get out of the Eternity Devil's trap at any point.
That's a good question. And then he may just be here for shits and giggles, or he might have his own motives. You know, maybe he's the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. And then Jordan, do you have any other thoughts?
The bad guy. Yeah. So Denji found some cash on the floor, but if everything repeats itself, does that mean that he could just keep walking and finding more cash? Is that what he's doing right now?
That's what I was thinking too. That was an infinite money cheat.
Yeah, because he's not with everybody else. He's just walking around outside. He doesn't give a fuck about them. So I feel like he might just be walking like forever, just for picking up as much money as he can.
I mean, Dennis needs the money. He's a single father.
He's a single father. You know, it's funny. I saw there was like a Reddit post where somebody was like, why doesn't Denji just take out more of his organs and sell them and then he could just infinitely regenerate? And I was like, all right, first of all, you should read Fire Punch. Second of all, I think he's got food and shelter. I feel like he wouldn't do that anymore unless he was like literally in a do or die situation.
Yeah.
Because that probably hurts a lot. Poor Dennis.
Dennis, the real menace is society.
Yeah. Oh, David, did I tell you my theory about why Dennis has been so down this part?
Sure, tell me.
If you notice, like, ever since the final battle with Makima in part 1, where Dennis tore out the Pochita from his own heart, he's just been down. He's kind of just been, like, sadder.
He could also be depressed that everyone important in his life has died.
I mean, he literally ripped out his heart, his happy dog heart, you know, his best friend from inside. Like, there are definitely many reasons for him to be depressed, but like, there have always been a ton of reasons for him to be depressed. He just seems like more depressed than he ever was in part 1. I mean, he was, I mean, David, we're talking about Denji, who had a shitty life with so much death and suicide and manipulation and control. It just feels like, I see that and I'm like, dude, you all right? Like, he just has like extra bags under his eyes.
He just needs a hug, man.
Yeah. Well, he always has. He always has deserved them. Also, David, did you see the new episode of Chainsaw Man?
I have not. I need to catch up.
We got some really good boys in the recent episode, and I think you should catch up.
All right, fine. I will catch up.
Okay.
All right.
Ketchup and mustard. Anyway.
Jordan, thank you so much for helping with the editing and running this show.
David, thank you so much for helping with the editing and being a great co-host and also running the show.
Oh, here's looking at you, babe. And then you can find us on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast and our website, shonenflop.com. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcast. And props to Shannon for the awesome cover art. You can find her online at illuminyatea. And as a reminder, you can join us recording every other Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Find a link to it in our show notes or on our site. And stay tuned for Monday as we give our thoughts on Instant Bullet featuring Bambaraptor.
Oh, yeah, and what thoughts they are, David.
Yes, that was very manga thoughts. If you liked Beachy, which I didn't.
If you liked Beachy, you'll like Instant Bullet slightly more.
Yes.
Yeah, I will say that was a manga. But David, I'm looking at the clock, and unfortunately, the Chainsaw Minute has passed.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.